the awards night, something big happened, people, and we got to tell you right now.
Bud Light is back.
I know you want to know, but Bud Light is back. We personally
coming back hotter than you ever saw it coming back.
And as is tradition, I shotgunned one of those warm Bud Lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to leave your problems on the other side of the Gulf Stream and join us on a little piece of paradise that we call home. It's where the bonefish meet the billfish. This is the Walker's K Podcast. Here are your hosts, Captain Ian and his first mate, Big Bad John. Take it away, boys. Did I do all right?
John, was that God? Did we just die?
That comes in and Johnny! Can we go back to the frigate?
Final set.
Line?
Content of the Walker's K Podcast and any words that come out of the mouths of Ian and John do not reflect the values of our Walker's K. Who wrote that one?
In a world where there aren't enough podcasts.
Dude, listen real quick.
Should get 6 or 7 views. All right.
This episode of the Walker's K Podcast is brought to you by Anetic, Comfort in Chaos, Killer Doc, the greatest fish cleaning stations known to mankind, and Bahamas Tourism. Experience paradise.
Welcome back, Walker's Nation. Coming at you here from the frigate at the Walker's K Podcast. Say hi, John.
What's happening, everybody?
Welcome back. Here we go. Today, our episode is brought to you by Anetic, shopwalkers.com. You can go out there. We got everything you need from hats, flags, the book. Make sure you go get the book. Shout out to Kerry Chen, the artist, for doing the artwork. We talked the other day. Love you, man. Great guy. Also brought to you by Anetic, Costa Del Mar. Sunglasses there. See what's out there. That's all me and John wear. Killer Docs. Big shout out to those guys. They set everything up here. We're using them every day. Thanks to those guys.
Your
Big
docs
shout
are
out
killer.
there. Got to thank our alcohol sponsors, Maravilla Rome, Walker's K Bourbon. You know, after a long day of fishing, there's nothing like having a rum drink or a good bourbon with your dinner. So check them out. We love those guys. Big shout out to T-Bone and Stephen Bush there on the rum. Pursuit Energy. I'm not an energy drink guy, but I'm going to drink this during the show. They're too good not to have. If you see me get a little jacked up, I don't drink caffeine, but we're gonna drink that here in this episode today. And big shout out to the Bahama Tourism. We are the Walker's Cave Podcast, and we do want you to come to Walker's, but we also want you to go to all of the islands in the Bahamas. There's plenty of them. We want you to go to West End all the way down to Crooked and Long Island and see our buddy Shaky down there in Crooked and go bone fishing.
You can start here.
Work your way down. As you see there, I got my Gusty's shirt here. I'm representing Harbor Island here tonight, where the party starts there at Gusty's. He's a great guy. He's had a bar there a long time. Good fishing there. Great bunch of good marinas. So we want you to visit all the Bahamas, not just Walker's, but we're partial to this place, aren't we, John?
Sure as hell are.
That's right. And so we're going to give you a little tournament recap here. We're just past the tournament. We had our 2 tournaments here. We had the Invitational with 47 boats, and then the qualifier. We'll start with the Invitational. You know, there's a lot of fish caught. John, what did you think about the tournament? Tell us about all the fish being caught and the excellent fishing we had.
The fishing was hot.
Yeah.
Even days before the tournament, the fishing was hot. There were certain boats coming in with a couple blue marlin flags, sailfish flags, white marlin flags. What was it? Lunatico?
Lunatico, yeah. Pursuit. Here we go, baby.
Had what'd they have? 4 blues, 5 sails, and a white.
Yeah, they had 11 billfish or 10 billfish on the day.
Day or 2 before the tournament. People were like, I don't know if I would have came into the marina
hanging
all those flags flying. Next day, you're gonna have a handful of boats behind you following you.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
But the bite was hot, and it's always good having a lot of regular boats came back that were here last year.
Yeah, definitely.
You start making friends, you start chatting it up, talking it up, and it seemed like that how it was on the main dock and the docks around us. A lot of familiar faces, and every other year it's getting better, it's getting bigger. people are, coming out of the sport fishers, like hanging out on the docks and talking a lot more.
It was a blast this year.
And the bite was hot though, and there was a couple boats that were a fish away from taking lead from each other.
Yeah, I mean,
So
definitely.
it came down to what was it, a sailfish?
Yeah, so it came
That
down
determined the
50
winner in
points,
second place was a sailfish.
Yeah, that last day was pretty incredible. All the days were good, but that last day, it came down to the wire. And like you're saying, the two boats that were going after it were Old Number 7 and Big Stick. The old
Hearing them on the radio all
going
day.
nonstop, and it was incredible, and the vibe was right, and a lot of boats, a lot of big fish caught, and it was exciting. Let's talk about our buddy Alan Black.
Alan Black.
So we had him on the last podcast at the live one there at the gantry, but they were actually on the Blue Moose hooked up into the night. They hooked a fish that they were looking to kill.
And of course it hits his smallest rod.
As it does.
The days before when we had been walking to the dock, rigging baits, just chatting with everybody, it looked like they had all like 130s and 80s out.
Yeah, they had all their big stuff.
So we heard he was on a big fish. We're like, well, shoot, man, he's
got to be on the right one. Yeah.
But they had switched over that day and actually ran light with a couple big rods.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know how it is when you're running light and big
always
rods.
Hits the little one.
The big one always hits the little one, man.
Elephants eat peanuts,
But even knowing Alan Black, it didn't matter. You knew that fish, they were going to get that fish.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you assumed, knowing Alan Black.
That's fishing, that's heartbreak. We even had one ourselves today we'll get into later, but it was good to see. It leaves everybody on nails. They came in after dark just before all the awards and everything, and as heartbreak as that is, it's good. It keeps it fun, and that's fishing, right, John?
That's fishing. You're going to lose more than you catch.
That's
you
a Buck Marlowe right there.
When I first started, you told me that, and I was confused. I was like, well, that don't sound fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose more than I catch. And obviously, the fish you do catch, you appreciate because
I don't know if they might hurt more. That's all. You remember
like today
ones.
hurt a little bit, man. Today hurt a little bit, but it's what makes it that much better when you do catch it. That's why you get fired up. That's where the celebrations come from. Not because you caught a big fish, because of all the other ones you've lost.
Yeah, and it makes it that much sweeter. And the tournament was great. So the Big Stick won. They won a daily, and I think they got second in another. The Old Number 7 won at least a daily and ended up second right there. And I could be wrong. Check my facts, Bubba. But I want to say the Kicking Tires, which is a boat out of Stewart, one of the smaller boats in the tournament. Captain Jimmy, great guy, know him there. They ended up having a great tournament. No sonar for them, so that's really cool to see too. And they lit it up on that little Ricky boat, and they had a great time. So those are your top boats. Catch 23 won a daily. Their boat was there. MJ's boat. Obviously a friend of Mr. Allen's. Captain Stetson is a great guy. And then we'll shout out to the junior angler who won it, Chris Marlin.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, Catch 23. Thank you, and that was awesome. His family is legends.
That's
his brother, his dad runs the LNH, so they're a great family. If you're fishing out of Miami, hit them up. That kid's gonna be one to reckon with in the future. Not only as an angler, as a captain, mate.
He's gonna be after my job. If he gets any older, I gotta be careful, man. I gotta step my game up.
Yeah, the David family. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to all the people. He pulled it up. Lunatico ended up in 4th place. Catch 23 in 5th, and our buddies on the Grand Slam, Captain David and Jack. Good to see you guys out there. They had a good first day too. I think they caught 4 blue marlins the first day. So congratulations to everybody in that tournament. It was a blast. We can't thank the tournament directors, Ryan and Annie, for doing such a great job. The media team behind the scenes, even our producer Bubba, who's not very good with this, but he did a great job with that.
I think this is definitely the best tournament so far, though.
Yeah, I agree.
The best invitational so far.
Best invitational so far, definitely. The fishing was incredible. Like everybody said, I talked to Ray Rocher one day. He called me to see how it was going, and he called it the new Venezuela, because people were slamming
all
out.
The sails
and whites, and people were slamming out, and that's incredible to see. That's what you want to see. It's only 100 miles from the east coast of Florida. Palm Beach, Jupiter, Stewart, Fort Pierce. Come on down. The fishing's still good. So we'll move from that tournament to the second one and the qualifier. And leading up to the qualifier, the 2 days before, there's really bad weather. So a lot of boats pulled out the day and the day before, but they missed out, to tell you the truth, because the weather ended up being perfect. We had rain the first morning a little bit, and then it was
just
calm.
enough, little swell.
We were able to fish. Our buddy Mr. Allen was nice enough to let us fish with our buddy Pat Wilson, and Max Gluckler ran the boat for us. The 31 Bertram, called the Legend out of Stewart. We had a blast, John. We had a blast.
Man. What a great time.
My girlfriend Katie got to come fish. Pat's wife Ashley and me and John got to sit down there and fish
what
together.
What was cool about it is having Dale. His name's Ian, but I call him Dale. It's a nickname I gave him a long time ago. But it's having them down in the cockpit fishing with us. He's usually in the tower, screaming at me, yelling at me. To have him in the cockpit.
Show the old dog got him in.
And he's slaying all the fish, man. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Still doing it, man. Still got it. You still got it, Dale.
I will definitely tell you, I caught our blue marlin, and
with one engine.
With one engine, we had some engine troubles on there, and on the 30, and I remember why I don't reel fishing anymore.
Yeah.
Big blue marlins.
You said that you're halfway through. You still had another hour to go.
Yeah. So we had a great time on that. Pat was able to catch, it's his boat. They did a lot of work to it. It's a 1968 Bertram. They had to do a lot of work. We went and checked it out. We helped with the riggers and a couple small projects on it.
Yeah, you did most of the helping. I didn't help. I mean, they're probably better off not having me come over there and twisting bolts and nuts and stuff.
That was a really great part, and we had a great time. He was able to catch the first billfish on the boat the first day of sailfish, which was epic. And then also the last day, his wife, who's pregnant with their third child, got to catch a fish. She caught a sail. So
it was recognized at the
awards by Mr. A,
well,
which was cool. Awesome. And there was some great boats, some great times had. I would definitely say the qualifier might have been more of a little bit of the party scene, a little relaxed. The Invitational is the big money tournament. There's some of the best boats in the world there who do all the tournaments, who are running these. It's a very serious tournament, and the qualifier was definitely, it was still serious, but it was a little more fun. It seemed like everybody was kind of a little more
laid
open,
back,
right?
A little more laid back. Where'd you guys go to? We were over here, and we were over there.
Up for the second one again. Sorry. Will you pull the standings up, Bubba, on the second one again? So, no, I just want to recognize the winners of the second tournament. The boats who stuck it out through the weather the first couple days, and all these boats who stuck in, a couple boats stuck from the Invitational, and the boats who stuck through the weather and ended up fishing with us, they all got invited to the tournament. Sorry to the boats who didn't come. You missed out. You'll have to go again next year. But those boats, congratulations to all those boats. A lot of good boats there. A lot of good times were had. And I just want to congratulate Anna Kalea. They wiped up the tournament pretty close to it, and they were on them from the beginning. The Oshit, they did a really good job too. They ended up in second, and Sandbob ended up in third. Poseidon 2, fourth. Singularis 5th. Just Chillin' 6th. DJ, our boy. And then, you had the Legend and Big Game down there in 7th and 8th. So we had a great time at the qualifier. All those boats, congratulations. You're in the tournament next year, the Invitational. We want to fill up the qualifier again. So come on out. It was a great time. The weather was beautiful.
Yeah, the bite was still hot, too.
And it was.
The bite was still happening.
Yeah, the fish were there. We had some good fish, too. The billfish were jumping. But that wasn't one of the only important thing that happened that night, did it, John? The awards night, something big happened, people, and we got to tell you right now.
Bud Light is back.
I know you want to know, but Bud Light is back. And we personally
coming
brought
back hotter
Bud
than
Light
you ever
back.
saw it coming back.
So there's a tradition in a lot of fishing tournaments where it's called the Hard Luck Award. And when the Hard Luck Award is for that boat who went out there and gave it their all, but didn't have the best luck, but still tried. As John mentioned earlier, we pretty much only fished 2.5 days, right? We had engine trouble the second day, and we had to tie the
third day. We didn't get out till at least 1 o'clock.
We didn't get out till 1, and we went 1 for 2 on sales. So we got the Hard Luck Award, and after Pat and his wife Ashley were recognized for her being pregnant and catching a sailfish, which was
first pregnant lady to catch a billfish during a tournament at Walker's, I believe.
Yeah, it was, and that was a special moment. And for those of you who don't know, Pat's been a long time friend of mine and John's.
I took his job.
Yeah, he worked on the frigate in between his construction job, and I think he misses it a little bit, but But he's got a great
doing
thing
just
going.
fine.
But so Mr. Allen gave us the Hard Luck Award, and of course our producer Bubba thought it'd be funny, so they gave me a warm 24-pack of Bud Light. And as is tradition, I shotgunned one of those warm Bud Lights and proceeded to give every winner, the captain or mate, throw them a couple Bud Lights.
Well,
and
our table was set up
right next where you had to walk up.
to like where you had to walk up, and it wasn't even asking like, "Hey, here, take one. Here, would you like a Bud Light?" It was Ian's chucking them 20 feet away. Here, and all
Throwing
the mates
'em.
are catching them.
Yeah.
And sure as shit,
Yeah, so you'll see a video here. There you go.
they go up on stage and start chugging.
So Bud Light, I'll be waiting for a phone call. It's back here at Walker's. Your marketing team, ask us. We like everybody.
Yeah. They're gonna start drink. They're gonna start drinking them
Everybody
warm now.
Love everybody.
I don't even drink Bud Light cold. I just shotgun warm.
That's it.
I get back to the frigate. Ian's about 5 Bud Lights deep, and he's like, Bubba, get Stephen Bush on the phone. I saved Bud Light. You can have 5% of my 50%, but you got to broker the deal.
Well, no. What's great is like Ian said, he got the 24 case. When we left, there was like 2 left in the case. So a handful was shotgunned on stage there.
So
But
Bud Light,
yeah,
if you're out there, you know, we have an alcohol sponsor, but we don't have a beer sponsor besides the Walker's Cave Beer and Sailfish Sands. Thank you very much. But we'll take them. We're out here to talk. So let me know.
You gotta change your mind.